I want to try something different and to something new, and since I'm in a lockdown I'm forced to do it, and that is to give myself a haircut. I have absolutely no idea how that's gonna go, but we'll see. Probably have to shave first. Woo! I'm gonna cut my own hair. I have absolutely no idea how it's gonna pan out. As you can see, it's a little bit long. I look a little bit weirdly, and it's getting to the point where it's also like consistently hanging in my face, which makes me not to see as much. So hopefully this experiment pans out pretty well. Hopefully I also have a little bit more appreciation for what barbers and other professions do. And also, this way I have a perfect metaphor for whenever people ask me about doing your own change work in terms of NLP and mindfulness. Those two have a wonderful set of catalog of techniques and processes that you can go through in order to create and have a better emotional change for yourself. The only problem is guiding yourself through isn't that easy. So it's a little bit like cutting your own hair. It's with a little bit less perspective, and it's a little bit more tiresome, and you have to push through a lot, and there's more risk involved that you don't get the change that you want. So that's also one of the reasons I am gonna try and do this. So let's hope we don't have to extend that lockdown for a few more months. Since I have no clue what I'm doing, I'm just gonna try to copy exactly what my memory tells me to do, what happens at the barber. So, first thing they usually do is make it wet. I think they wash it even, but we'll just make it wet so it cuts a little bit easier. That makes a lot of sense. Got far less position yet. Okay, no. I don't even know how my shower works properly. I'm such an idiot. Okay. Oh fuck. Probably shouldn't do that with the camera laying around, but hey. So when I was a young kid, I watched a lot of cartoons, way too much for my own good probably, and a little bit of a bad influence. But there was one that came to mind when I was going to make this video, and it was Dexter's Laboratory. In there was a scene whereby they basically cut the hair, or want to give a haircut with a flower pot. So they put a flower pot on the head and then start cutting. I don't really have a flower pot, well I do have one, but it doesn't really look too good and it's probably not suited, but we can try something else.
Would assume a new evil identity.
So, I mean, I guess the idea was that's kind of hard to see. I mean, I guess it's good to like fine off the edges. There's a little bit to cut. Oh boy, that looks pretty bad. Also, I have no clue what all of these are supposed to be, but I'm guessing it's better to have, you know, to cut less in the beginning than it is to cut more. Now, never hit. How does that look? Feels better. Well, it probably doesn't look too well. It's one of those things you gotta wait until the end, you know? You gotta wait until you are at the end to judge the final result. I definitely feel lighter, and based on the mess down here, it's getting a little bit better. So, we'll see. So we turn around. It makes me more appreciative of real barbers though. I'm not gonna lie on that front. Man, I have such a neck beard, it's insane. Okay, so now here comes the dangerous part, I guess. Because I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna aim for 7 millimeters. I really hope it's the right one. Oh well, you live, you learn, I guess. That's the message of this video. Probably should have went for the 3 millimeter to start with. But you live, you learn, I guess. Man, I have such a neck beard, what the hell? Can I do it like without this thing? Let's see. Okay, I probably need to be careful with that one because I'm not the safest person in the world. Okay, I should have not done that. Oh well, you live, you learn. You know, one of the things that I have often an issue with is like I push things too far too quickly. So, you know, it definitely feels bald, holy moly.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay, now I'm screwing things up real bad. Now the question becomes, should I go full bald? Probably not gonna do that because that's a little bit iffy. Kind of feels light. I don't know. I guess why people go bald, but the thing is like, as long as I have hair, you know, I mean, not a lot anymore, but I want to have some of it. Man, I really I really fucked that one up in the back, yo. This one. Oh, I shaved too much off. That's a rip. You live, you learn, I guess. Now, of course, we gotta get rid of my mullet because else I can, you know, start a whole moonshine operation of my in my bathtub over here if I don't get rid of it. It feels kind of naked, you know? It feels kind of weird. When the barber was doing it, it was always like, you know, like the halfway through there, if you know what I mean. So, let's see if, dude, how? It's not easy, man. Woof! Live, you learn. And of course people are gonna make remarks every time you look a little bit silly. But that's the thing, like you shouldn't give a shit that much about what others think. And in this case, you know, it's an experiment. It might turn out the way I want it, or it might turn out the way I do not want it. But either way, it is what it is, man. I should stop talking and doing this. I'm going a little bit insane, but you know, that's the thing, like it's like with jokes, you know, like you gotta be dedicated to it. You know, once you start it, you go, oh, but I do like that though. Generally speaking, I like what I've done, but maybe a little bit too much here and there. Use 2 fingers and when I go to the barber, it's a lot less tiresome and a lot less, you know, a lot less friction. Woof. Probably gonna ask somebody to clean up my, you know, a little bit of my mess. I'm not too worried about it. Just kidding. I'm going into a complete psychic mental breakdown. don't know how to get rid of this thing. Okay, we're getting the groove on. So that was a very enlightening experience, I must say. I really, in a weird way, it's kind of enjoyable. Like, one of the things is I'm super happy it's over. I'm super glad it's done. Kinda. I mean, there's, you know, like, you can definitely see it's a rough cut and that's the beginning. But the thing is, I've never done this. Hello, Whelsko from the future here. And as you probably realized from the little footage I forgot in the video, that you know, those things, because the little hair was like getting over my ears. I didn't realize that at the time, simply because when with the camera that I have, you know, you have like a tiny flip screen and you can see yourself on it. But the thing is, you don't see those details as well as the bigger picture. So that's why I didn't notice it until later when I was editing the footage, that there were a few things that should be cut. And also I made sure that my family checked out if I had some rough spot and did some cleaning. So in an experienced barber will probably say that it's a lot harder to do it yourself than let somebody else do it. One of the perks of letting somebody else do it, you can just sit there and let them do it. For the 20 bucks it is, I'm not gonna do this forever. I want to look a little bit flashy, a little bit shiny. I'm ugly enough as it is. So that being said, it was a very enriching experience, and it also proves why we humans are a little bit social animals. Now, it's not that we social animals have to look good, we can just let it go, or like, but I didn't want to do that. I mean, you know, apparently a lot of people, if you see a lot of YouTubers nowadays, they are making sponsorships with a company called Keeps, and apparently a lot of people go bald very soon, and I want to, as long as I have my hair, I want to enjoy it, okay? So no shame in that. I'm very glad I did the challenge when it was, you know, when the lockdown is still busy. Also because the negative consequences aren't as bad as they could be. And on that, I really appreciate now whenever I go to the barber. We have come to the next part of the tutorial, and that's the manscaping.